Hello, everyone.
Ahoy, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. How are you, Sots? I know you've had an eventful morning. How are you? And how's the
I
weather where
have,
you are?
well, depending on what time of the day, this morning I was in Chicago at our home office where it was, I think, 5 degrees and icy. Right now in sunny California, and it is sunny, it's about 55 degrees. We've got big clouds. There's a big rainstorm coming in, and we need the rain, although down south where the fires are starting to end up in the hills, some mudslides are happening.
Oh,
It's gorgeous here. Is it, not that Chicago isn't gorgeous in the winter. It's actually really awesome. I went out walking for miles and miles at night in the snow. Uh, but it's good to be home.
that's
I'm with you
cool.
guys. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Am I loud, Brody? I just got a new microphone, so if I'm too loud, let
It's
me know.
it's funny. We've seen some people say it's a bit loud. Some people saying it's super quiet. Some saying
And
it's fine.
crisp. Yeah,
You
yeah.
sound
Like
crisp, the
this
funky monkey.
awesome new microphone. So, because my old microphone wasn't quite hitting it up to snuff.
Yeah,
Crisp is what I'm aiming for, Funky. So thanks.
that is cool. But yeah, we have a special thing today. You know, it's Valentine's Day. So we thought, like, what can we give away? So we decided to do 4 giveaways today. 2 you're going to hear about in a minute, but 2 Valentine's Day 2s will also be given away today. So you have a chance to get one of the tanks, or you have a chance to get a Valentine's Day one as well. Pretty cool.
I think it's awesome. That's the way it
Yeah.
should be. They don't come with flowers
Yeah.
or chocolate.
Come with a tank.
They come with a tank.
But no.
So shall we run
What
down
should
our,
we?
our main topics of things that we're doing today?
Yeah, I think we have something new to share, and I think we have a video that we can actually start with.
I was
So should
hoping
we
you
roll the tape?
would keep it up. Yeah, always. I'm a visual.
Pretty cool. And just want to say, Sinister has joined, so we may start. We
Welcome.
haven't seen him, but he's back. Welcome.
And welcome
Yeah.
anybody. And what we're seeing here is the new premium WZ-141. The fast and punchy little tank destroyer, right? This is an Era Escalation 2 tank. So the background on this is following the Sino-Soviet border conflict of 69, China revised its armored vehicle doctrine to account for the possibility of a Soviet incursion. In 1976, it began developing a lightweight anti-tank vehicle that could be airdropped behind enemy lines, which it designated the WZ-141. The first prototype of this featured 2 105mm recoilless rifles mounted on either side of the turret, with ATGM rails added later. Second prototype saw rifles positioned more closely together. Despite the 141's potential, changes in China's political environment led to the project's official cancellation in 1985. My personally feeling is that they saw the Italians putting a recoilless gun in a Vespa and then just realized they couldn't compete with that. It wasn't as cool. But this
Looks
tank has
cool
a lot
though.
of punch to it. Yeah.
I like the
uh,
look of it.
oh no, I love playing this tank. Some selling points on this thing is the dual recoilless guns and dual ATGM launchers as a secondary weapon, with a decent amount of ammo on it that you're going to really appreciate. It has a siege mode to gain laser accuracy and an additional plus minus 7 degrees of gun depression. We were just play testing this. I was playing it on the upcoming community map, and man, this thing is like even in a desert, you can get some really good hold down sneaky positions. It's got a great top speed with good concealment to get into position and stay hidden until firing. Like I was saying, until firing, yeah, they'll find you. So again, it's got the Era 2 matchmaking. It's got a 60% silver bonus, 10% XP tank bonus, and the commander bonus is 15%. And all the other cool stats we will roll out to you, or stop by your favorite CC and watch their streams on it, because they'll have the stats on it as well.
Yeah, and Sots mentioned that it does have siege mode. I do want to say it's manual siege mode, so you do have to activate it if you want to go
Correct.
into it. It doesn't automatically go in. We had a lot of feedback on some of the tanks in the past where they're like, "Hey, can we get some manual siege mode instead of auto?" Here you are. You have a manual siege mode tank.
All mod cons, nothing automatic in this baby. But it's got a lot of punch and firepower for its size. It's really fun to play.
Yeah, and the top speed in driving 80 kilometers an hour. However, if you're in siege, or you don't know you're in siege and you're only seeing 25 kilometers an hour, that's the speed of siege. So if you're like me and forget that you turn it on, that's a good indicator. You ain't going fast enough. Yeah, pretty cool.
WingedRacer, have you ever had a manual car?
Me? No, I haven't. So I don't drive. I've always lived in a city, so London,
Hmm,
Paris, now
sure.
Chicago. Driving is not as important. Public transport's always good, so I don't drive. I don't drive.
Gotcha. I've got my Mini Cooper's is manual, and then of course all my motorcycles and scooters are manual. But like, there's that thing you need to like, like starting it, making sure it's in neutral. When you put it in park, make sure you put the parking brake on so it doesn't just roll out. All those extra things that you have to remember uh, with a manual versus automatic. So same thing with this in the siege mode, right? Leave it in
Yeah.
siege mode.
Yeah,
What
Mr.
else we got to talk
SPG.
about today? Oh, let's see. Yeah,
Well,
let's well actually let's hit the boards. Anybody have any questions right now?
yeah.
I think a lot of times in our streams, like you guys are talking, and I don't get a chance to always see it. So check in that and see what you guys got. Motorcycle scooters
Yeah.
taking your life in your hands. I didn't know I was going to live this long, Mr. SPG.
So we have someone asking the community map. Someone's like, community map you mentioning? When?
Mm-hmm.
When do we get a chance to see it? So
You are
anything you can
asking all the
say?
right questions. I know that Art has been putting its final touches and stages on it, which is why we've been doing the playtests on things. So I'm not going to say soon, but I'm going to say soon.
Soon, after we
Yeah.
have the finishing
Not
touches.
not not on the current roadmap that you've seen, but you're only seeing half of the roadmap for this year, right? So
Yes.
so stay tuned for
Yeah.
that. We
Yeah,
did
we have
actually have it
another.
as a test run, right? And a lot of the feedback that you guys did for your community map was was based on all the stuff that you guys gave us in feedback. And I think we can't call it community map. It needs a name. So I believe one of the things that we're going to be doing is actually a name that map kind of thing.
Ooh,
Or you
that would be
guys can
cool.
actually name your community map.
That would be a really cool event to get out and you know. I can already in my mind think how we could do that. So yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know
Max
that
time
Mabby
tank is
McMapface has already
high.
been taken, so you can't do that anymore.
We had a few people asking about emblems. As you know, we with the update, some of the emblems were removed. So these
Hmm.
were special emblems. I just want to mention it. So we have ones who shouldn't be out all the time, and we made that update. We do know that there was some other emblems in the same bucket type thing that a lot of you were asking for. Like googly eyes was one of them. The team are working to see which ones are unique and special for an event, such as K9 Day, etc., and which ones aren't. and we will be updating that, and we will let you know once we have more information. Because yeah, a lot of people are saying exactly what Sinister's saying. I need my googly eyes. So we are working on it. Don't worry, we are looking into it.
For those of you who don't know, maybe there may be something here. I actually carry Google Eyes with me pretty much all the time, and I have been known to googly eye things all over the place. It's kind of my form of graffiti, I guess. Making the world
That's
googlier.
cool. Do you
Yeah,
put them on
actually,
bins?
I put them everywhere. As a matter of fact, Ben is WingedRacer. If you go through the office, you might notice some spots I hit. Uh, uh,
I've seen a few Stevens around the office as well. There's some random
uh,
Stevens just stuck
I may or
around
may not have been
corners.
me as well. Yeah. I wanted to hit something. Gunny was talking about the loadout markers for when ATGMs are loaded and not loaded, the black versus the white. Thanks for the bump on that one. I just wrote that one down to double check on that one, just to make sure that one doesn't get missed.
I saw someone say we could call it. I'm trying to find it. I think it was Stevens Desert. I think it was for the map.
Stevens Desert. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, hold all your
Stevens
great thoughts and
Paradise.
ideas. We'll have an official name that map coming up.
That's pretty cool. So, any other questions before we move on? What about the Chinese tech tree you announced? So, as we mentioned, a tech tree will come with every update. It's just not coming this week.
How
I
about
think as much as I'm allowed to say on that one.
yeah.
Into
Tune in
trouble.
next week for more exciting news.
Yeah.
Literally, tune in next week for more exciting news.
Yeah.
Speaking of exciting news, let's switch over to battle reports.
Yes. So this week we've been celebrating the 11th anniversary of the game, and with that we have the battle report where you are able to go in, see how you've done for the whole year, and if you have 100 battles, you will be able to receive a gift. And I don't want to tell you the gift, but I'm sure all of you know what it is. But I can give you a hint. It will help you towards the next season pass, if that was a good enough hint. So if you haven't had a check, definitely go over to the portal, open the battle report, see what your favorite tank was, the one that you played the most, how many tanks you took out, and then also how many tanks you all have taken out as a community. You know, you've all been working hard, taking the tanks out on the battle. You know, so really go and have a look how much not just you do, but all of you and players. I had a question the other day on this in customer service, and that was like, what battles are they counting? Is it PvP? Is it co-op? Is it one or the other? I can tell you it is both. So all
It's
your
everything.
battles are in there. You'll be able to see your battles, and it's co-op and PvP, and you'll see your percentage on where you stand within the player base. So that is something that's
You,
really cool
you
as
know,
well. If you're in the
I need to
top
go
one
back and
percent, you need to go back into it.
I need to go back and check mine because like I want to see if it has the toy tanks.
No, it's co-op and PvP, not the event battles.
Oh, so it doesn't have the event battles. Yeah, you're right. I was like,
No.
yeah, because for mine it's easy. It's Hetzer, 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 Hetzer.
My actual
At
favorite
least for
tank
war stuff.
that I played was the Night Stalker. I
Hmm.
started loving that tank. The Night Stalker became quite a nice tank for me. So really did it. I fell in love with it in the Halloween. In the Halloween mode, I was like, oh, this is cool. And then, you know, started just to keep playing it. Really cool.
Yeah,
So
it's a
yeah,
sexy tank.
some of
It's a lot
the
of fun to
some of
play.
the stats that you're gonna see are the win rate, your favorite tank, as we mentioned, the amount of medals earned, best performed map. So I think that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Sometimes I had a shock. What was my favorite map? But also, what was my best map? You know, sometimes they are not the same. So that is pretty cool. How many tanks you destroyed? How far you traveled? Pretty cool if you like the light tanks. You know, see how far you went. And obviously, there is a lot more. So get over there, start sharing your battle reports as well on Discord. It's pretty cool to see what your favorite tank is and your best performing map. I think is a very, very, very cool thing. But it's not the only
Yeah.
thing, is it? So it's not the only thing that came with the battle report. What else do you think came with the battle report?
You mean the gratitude letters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have 3 gratitude letters, and we have one of them here so you can see what we're talking about. Here it is. You know, you're the reason I didn't die. The reason I didn't end as scrap metal. So that is something that is pretty cool. And what's important, and I think is really, really fancy to know, is the ones that you send from your battle report are seen by the player in game. You know, so they don't have to go to the website to see it. You can say what you want, and the player will get it in the game, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this we have 3 to choose from. This is one of them. And if you do send 3 different ones, you also get a reward. So if you got the 2, you will see that you have 2 ticks at the top. Get the 3rd one, and you will receive something. But that's not the only thing that we have for the gratitude letters. We also have a unique one for Valentine's Day. You know, today's stream is Valentine's Day, and we have a unique gratitude card that you could also send, which is this. Roses are red, violets are blue. My tank might be slow, but I'll always roll with you. Pretty cool.
Oh, WingedRacer. I tog you too.
You tug me too.
This tog is love.
Yeah.
I
And
love those chocolate tanks. Like now it's giving me like ideas.
yeah, Fountains, you know? Partnership with Fountains, get these tank chocolates. That would be pretty cool. So yeah. But also, this one is only here for 3 days, but it also gives a gift. So not only will they receive this battle report, they will also receive a gift. I'm not going to share it with you. Let the people who you send it to tell you
Surprised
what it
and
is.
delighted.
So yeah.
So,
Chocolate heavies.
hey, WingedRacer, because people ask
Yes.
me to play my stats, I want to play this card like 100 battles in 2024. I still access my battle report stats.
Yeah. You have it?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you
Well, I'm
have
not
your
going to share
battle
my
report?
stats. No, no,
You're not
no,
going to
no.
show
I
us?
don't have.
No?
I don't have it up right now. I'm still running live stream stuff, so I don't actually have my battle report up. Remember, I just hit the ground from the airport 10 minutes
That
before stream. Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
is
What
true.
if I didn't? What if I are a player that's a new player that hasn't played 100 battles in 2024? Can I still
Oh,
access my global stats?
yes, you can access your stats, but you won't get the reward at the end. So you'll still be able to see what you did. You'll still be able to see the global stats, but you won't get that reward. That
How
is the
do I keep
only
my
difference.
stats private from like
Yes.
petty, so he doesn't mock me?
So yeah, so something that we were discussing, and that was like, how can I keep my stats private? Maybe I don't want my tank report to be seen by others, and we do have a way. So if you don't feel comfortable sharing your stats, you can unsubscribe from the battle report. So head to the event unsubscription section located in both the footer of the page and the main menu. And here you'll be able to turn it off. However, keep in mind that by doing so, you won't be able to check your own stats. Not only will no one be able to see them, but you won't be able to see your stats as well. So it really is all or nothing. You have the option to turn it off, but it was off for everyone. Just so you know.
Do know.
That also means you won't get the gratitude letters. So you won't know if anyone sent you a gratitude letter because it's part of the same system. Just a heads up.
Yeah, it looks like folks are already talking about getting him. Death 211's got a couple from people he's never spoken to. It made me feel very appreciative about it. Yeah, it's one of the things that I love about our game is like, you'll get like a pug wingman in a match and you'll go through it. I was just playing yesterday, and I was in my Stridsford, and um, a little light vehicle just wingmaned with me, and we tag team and did really well. It was a lot of fun, right? And like that's the kind of thing I want to shout out, like catch their name and be able to send them a thank you card. It's fun. That's what makes it. That's what makes the games work, right? When you
It's
get that
good,
team working
and
together.
it was also a feedback suggestion from the players. It's one of the ones that
Yeah,
we kept seeing, like, hey, we can report players, but we can't actually thank anyone. So this is pretty cool. I would love to know how many get sent at the end of the event to see how many people were thankful. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited. It's something that I really enjoy to see. So it's always good to give praise. Yeah.
this everyone is Horace, one of my cats who has missed me. So welcome to the stream, Horace,
Special guest.
special guest. Looking to
Yeah,
see if there's any more questions. It's question time.
it is.
That's why I like being on the
What's the
stream.
giveaway? So we had someone ask what's the giveaway. So we did show off the new tank, the WZ141. We're going to give away 2 of these and 2 Valentine's Day tanks? Valentine's 2 tanks, because today is Valentine's Day. So we want to make sure we can give something out as well. Other cat name Anubis?
Uh,
Yeah.
no, my other cats are Loki, our oldest cat, and we have a new kitten whose name is Bijou because she's very
Oh,
much Bijou.
that's cool. My 2 cats are called Maya. The other one is called Toffee. Yes.
Nice.
I don't have them with me in the office. I don't think I'll be allowed.
Well, there's that. Hey, when are we going to give that stuff away, Ring Racer?
When are we going to give it away? We're going to give it away at the end of the stream. That way, all of you have a chance. But yeah, definitely
To get the big
don't
package.
forget. Make sure that you have. We'll use the same link. We will just draw 4 names, and we haven't decided on the order whether to go 1 of each tank. So it's like Valentine's Day 2, 141, then keep going, or do 2 at once. We'll at the end we'll decide. We'll let you decide the best way to do it. That way we don't. We don't pick, you pick the way that you want it to be. But yeah, we have a
The
suggestion
question.
here from Elsewhere. Can we have a spectator view on who is in game was watching you after they have had the tank destroyed? So what I'm thinking here is he's saying like, in the corner you may have 4 people watching. So I am actually going to be taking that down, and I will be putting that in as feedback and suggestions. Cool one. I'm Elsewhere.
Yeah, that is kind of a neat idea. I mean, a lot of times when I want to learn a map or go across the map after one of you guys takes me out, looking at all y'all, then yeah, I will actually bounce around to the rest of the tanks on my team, right, and see where they're going, what places they're going, cheering them on, especially down to the last guy. So yeah, that's an interesting idea, having those people watching. I don't know if it'd be more of a distraction or more of a kind of like, you know, Zots is stalking you. like you see the flash on it.
We could say how many people are watching and not say who. So,
yeah,
you know.
I guess so. Yeah, it's something to think about.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, you get a medal
yeah,
for
that is the point.
The Looky Loo medal, right?
Yeah. Real Coast Daddy saying it can make some people nervous. Yeah, we want to make sure that we don't
Yeah,
do that.
right.
You don't
I
want to
don't.
get nervous if
That's
you're
what
the
I'm getting
last
at. I
tank.
don't want to get distracting. It's like when you're working on your computer and somebody looks over your shoulder and all of a sudden you can't type. It's kind of like that same thing, right?
Yeah, the pressure. The pressure.
Yeah, yeah. Always pressure. That's why I always appreciate all of our CCs and CAs, right? When they're doing their live streams, they know everybody's watching them, but they just do it with such aplomb. I always appreciate that.
Yeah. I always watch if I'm like very close to the end. So I'm like, there's 4 or 3 tanks, and then I get destroyed. I'm like, yeah, I will stick around. I've put in a lot of effort already into this battle. But if I'm like the first or second out, I'm like, I don't want to see this. So I would then go into the other battle. So yeah, Way says pressure builds confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. You're right, but
Totally.
not every
Uh,
time.
Somebody or Cole, yeah. Somebody also mentioned about I think it was the Rogaldorn and the marks on it. We make them bigger. I believe I saw a ticket out on that already. It was being added or changed for the 40K tanks for their marks. That one's kind of a that and the Lehman Russ are a bit of a weird a weird fish. First of all, because of scale, and they're awesome. But secondly, because when we license from Games Workshop, they're like make it look like this on the box. And as you know, the Lehman Russ model, if you ever built that model kit, because I'm a 40K nerd, uh, um, comes with decals that you can put marks of excellence on it, kill rings, if you will. And we had to faithfully reproduce the model as they showed it, which actually came with kill rings. Right, so it was kind of a weird misnomer in how we set things up. So we had to make the different marks on it. So I know that we're doing those. I will check back and make sure that they're of a confident size. Maybe we can get a screenshot for one of the upcoming streams and see
That'd be cool.
show it off. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try to get an image so we can share with you. So
I'm
that is
marking that down
can
on my
do.
awesome notes pad right here.
Yeah.
Because when I say these things, I mean it. I want to actually check up on them, right? Not just talking.
Yeah. We have someone here asking if they can buy the M47 Iron Arnie and the Andra the Giant. So as you know, by the names, these
Oh,
unique tanks that come with a license, and obviously it's not fully in our control, so we cannot say if they will or not. Um, you know, but I'm sure that if anything like this, anything unique or anything special was to come up, we will definitely let you know. But sorry, I'm just laughing at Sinister replying to KB in the chat. Yeah, but no, we have no plans that we can share on them two tanks currently. But no, I actually want to say so. It's you mentioned Warhammer.
mhm.
You know, I have never played a Warhammer game. Never made
Is that why
anything to
they
do with.
deported you from England?
Yeah, that's probably why they sent me to France. Off you goes. So yeah,
I've been playing since the onset. Just to give you kind of
yeah.
a background. I'm a nerd on nerds. I mean, obviously you can see in the background my paints and models. I mean, on top of owning my own miniature toy company, I do play other people's games, and 40K was a big part of it.
I was making tanks and planes when I was a child, so
You
that's
know
what I
who
was
else is a
building.
big 40K nerd? Because I'm going to out them right now. Maybe she is
I
an
believe.
awesome model maker and
Yeah.
makes really cool tanks. When the
You
Rogaldorn
know,
came out, we both raced to see who would get the model first.
so now I got a question to the team here. Should we ask KB to share off what she created? Let us know in the chat if we really need next week to get some images of this up and on our Discord.
I don't think KB's even built the model yet, much less painted it.
Ain't
Freaking
painted
shame!
it yet. But Steve-O is asking
Shame.
yes. Sinister's asking yes.
You better get those paints out, KB.
She says it's built, so we can show it off in its unskinned version, as you can say.
Outfather 7000's talking about Trench Brigade. Yeah, I've actually met and dined with Thomas Piernan and some of those guys, and Westphalia Miniatures. Kawe Weiss is actually a really good friend of mine who just did the extremely awesome Kickstarter for some of the models for that. So yeah, big fan of Trench Crusade, and deep into it. Trying to not get too deep into it. I love
Yeah,
the idea, love the lore. It has that real John Blanche kind of grim dark kind of feel to it. And Thomas Piernan is an amazing game designer and a really nice guy. He can
pretty cool.
absolutely beat me in arm wrestling.
Definitely beat me
What
then.
army do I play in PK? My gosh. So I'm actually an Imperial Guard guy. Although my very first 40K unit I built were Space Marines, and that was back in the day when they all had jump packs, and so they all jumped around like 20 inches randomly. So I put kilts on mine. I made them Scottish Space Marines because I love the idea of jumping around in kilts. After that, I actually really built into most. I played Imperial Guard, but I've dabbled and painted so many armies for friends. I like playing orcs because you never lose with an orc army. You either beat the enemy or got away with enough guys to fight the next day. Uh, you know, over January there was a painting contest for Eldar, so I actually painted up a couple of squads of Eldar for that. Really, for me, playing the game is more about bragging rights, showing off the toys, and having good time with my friends. So
We have
yeah.
someone asking a question. He says, "We have only daylight maps. Is it possible in the future we could get nighttime maps
So
in
I
the
will
dark?"
talk to that. Yes, great question. We are currently looking into bringing back weather into games. Right. I know we have one map that has one weather on it, but the feedback that we got from Winterfest, and also the tools that we built for Winterfest to be able to do the from snowy to blizzard and then back again, uh, were something that we actually built into it. So already researching and looking at stormy maps, snowy maps, maps with maybe the imagine if you will a desert dust storm happening, but like during the countdown and maybe like the first X seconds of the map, and so you have that kind of fog of war and then it clears out. Absolutely doing that. As far as nighttime maps, I mean, you've seen the nighttime maps, say like with Halloween event, right? So you kind of know what you're getting into there. But those are also ultra illuminated with the different effects and things that are happening in the map, the ghosts and the green lights and things. I don't know if a nighttime map per se will actually come out until we actually get nighttime vision, or night vision on tanks.
Okay. So yeah, you have answered the question. Pretty cool. Chemi Cat is asking if we could get the system in game where they can give thumbs up to players. Instead of having to
Voting?
send one of these
Oh,
cards
voting on players or maps?
on players. So like, hey, he did great. Give him a thumbs up. That's something
Yeah,
I
that
would
would
take
that would
away.
be that. I love that. I love that idea. Don't have anything in the roadmaps for something like that. But we have mentioned regiments, right? So, and we're working hard and heavy on regiments to get it ready to roll out and polished. So maybe that's a thing where, if you're in a regiment and you see someone that you like playing, you could invite them to your regiment.
Hmm. So there's ideas, there's suggestions, and we'll definitely take them away and see what we can do. Kellen is asking, talk more about regiments. Is there anything you can share on regiments while I have you thoughts before you go away?
Not, yeah, there's tons to talk about on regiments, but I don't want to pull the curtain away on it yet, right? But I guess the one thing that I will say, the goal of regiments is to make it absolutely a lot easier for regiments to be able to form, right? First and foremost, not out of game, but actually in game. Um, Past that, we have, well, I'll say one more thing only, that regiments will be rolled out, as someone who worked on MMOs and really appreciate that end game players need an end game, and regiments is a big part of that, just like guilds are in MMOs. um the goal for this is to release it as polished as possible, but we're not releasing the whole package, right? This is the regiments, just like any good guild system, is a rollout kind of thing that will happen over time. Getting the strong bones and features in first is the most important part, and then the ideas of what we're rolling out next. But part of that rolling out next is, remember, gang, this is your game, right? So we want to know what you want featured in regiments, and we're building the tools so that we can actually lean towards making sure that we're building the regiments so that you guys can use them the way that you want. That's all I'm going to
On
say about regiments right now. Uh,
on that goes into my next point as well. So after the stream, we are going to have a Discord thread open up purely for regiments, where you can then tell us what you would like to see, suggestions, ideas, any feedback of what you think may not work currently and think to improve. We are going to have that go live on Discord. a disco thread as Skull and
Oh, I
Chrome.
thought you said disco thread. I'm just
I probably did say disco thread, but no, I meant Discord thread, where we can get all your information and we can pass this over to Sots and the team, and they can know exactly what you would like to see. So keep an eye on that. Will come in the half an hour after the stream. Give me a bit of time to set it up, but it's definitely something we are going to be making. So yeah,
so
but
awesome.
as it is our celebration anniversary year, we did have some pretty cool sales going on this week. We do have some new sales going on next week, started on Tuesday. And the first one is the Premium Tech Tree Dual Currency Sales. So at the moment you have tanks for silver and tanks for gold. What we're gonna do is have tanks for gold and tanks for free XP. And I think we have one of these tanks to show. There we go. So if you have been wanting this tank, I'm going to let someone in the chat say which tank it is. You'll be able to get this for a discount for gold and free XP. So
Not
pretty
KB
cool.
who says she loves this tank.
So we have, is that the AMBT? Yeah, we got it.
Yeah,
KBZ 50T.
perfectly done.
Yeah.
Your Warhammer. I can't read your name. The Varenhammer box Xbox.
So yeah, so it's not the only tank. We have quite a few. We have some starting at tier 5, such as the PZT25, the 105 LEFH18B2. Sorry if I butchered that one. We have the Super Chaffee at tier 6, the AC4 Experimental.
It's also tier
Uh,
6.
we have a few tier 7s, so the Super Hellcat, KV122, then we have a few more. So we have the Yazzie at tier 8, the T26E5, then we have a few tier 10s, the Object 268 version Phi 5, the 144 SP2, another tier 10, the T95E6. We also have a few era 3, the MBT70, the M60AX, and an Era 1 WZ-1166. So a nice selection that you can choose either to spend your free XP on or your gold with a discount. So that is something that is pretty cool. So
Absolutely.
yeah, but that's not it. That's not the only tanks that you can get. We do have a few more.
If I have a
And
bunch of
these,
silver in my pocket, WingedRacer.
yeah, so if you do still have a bunch of silver, in your pocket, we do have some tanks for silver. These are for 1 week only. 1 week only. Sorry, just singing along in my head. And you can only get these for silver. So at the moment, you can have tanks for gold, tanks for silver. Next week, you're going to be able to get tanks for gold, tanks for free XP. But we also brought back some more tanks just in silver. And I think we have an image. Can anyone guess what this tank is? It's coming.
Like it's the same tank. Oh, there it
We
is.
go. Which one's this one, everyone? Yeah, we got it. It's the
Yep,
Turan.
it's
So if
around.
you've been wanting this tank, saying when is it coming up? It is now. You were able to get this tank for silver. And you're asking me how much, how much silver is this going to cost me? The SU-152 Turan will cost you 100 million silver. So, yeah, 100 million silver can get you this tank. Not only this tank, though, you can get the Object 907, T58 Heavy. All three of these tanks are 100 million silver. We have a few at 75 million silver. The Concept 1B, Object 752. These two
One of
are
my
going to be
favorites.
25 million. And the T55A, the M60A1 Rise Passive, the AMX 30B2 Forward, are going to be available for 50 million silver. So yeah, pretty cool. Many tanks to get. So yeah, you have tanks now. You got tanks for free XP, tanks for silver, tanks for gold. This should be a pretty cool choice for all of you, should you so wish.
Hey, WingedRacer, how long is this sale on?
This sale is for 1 week. So 1 week to get these tanks. And I've had a few people ask, why are these cost so much for silver? Why isn't it the pure conversion? So if it costs me this amount of gold, why can't I convert, gold for silver and get them for silver? Silver can be earned in game, and as you know, Cold War can give a lot of silver. And in the past, a lot of people's been playing 9-year, 11-year. A lot of people are getting a lot of silver and like, I don't have anything to spend the silver on. What can I do with the silver? And what happens if I'm very close and you didn't tell me ahead of time? And that is why, you can get a good amount of silver every day playing the game. You can pick your favorite silver earner either in Cold War or World War II, and you'll be able to get that. And a lot of people, were kind of liking these when we did them. People, not for everyone, and that is why you could get them for gold, free XP, or silver. So yeah.
Yeah, I also like to think of it as more of a democratic thing, right? We are a free-to-play game, and there has to be a way that you can earn by free-to-playing to get tanks that otherwise, right? So it's a very democratic kind of thing to think of.
Yeah, exactly. And that was one of the feedback I actually got personally, and something that I was very interested in. So support getting a few tickets going, hey, I can't get these tanks. Why can't you do something with all my silver? Same as we hear a lot of you asking, like, hey, I've got so many of these boosters. Why can't I put them together to make a bigger booster? So we wanted to see how we can give more choice and options to all of you. So yeah, that is why. And as you know, silver is free. You don't have to buy silver. It's what you earn from every battle. So it gives everyone the chance to gain some of these cool looking tanks, such as the Turan as you see on screen. So yeah. Seeing if there any questions about this. Seeing questions about garage slots. I have 300, what can we do? Well, you don't need to buy them if you, need them. You already have them.
So Jack was also talking about the several thousand boosters. We are looking into a booster exchange market where we want to do something with that because I feel the same way, right? Coming onto the game. So we're trying to figure out the best way that we can actually do an exchange system, whether it's going to be cashing in to level up for higher level boosters or different ideas running around. But we understand that it is an issue and that you guys have been asking about it. So we have people brainstorming on it right now to figure out what is the best way to roll that out for
Exactly.
a good quality of life kind of thing. Because I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. And we do have another line on track coming up. What line is on track, Sots? So I can
T100
choose.
LT line is on track. So it's going to get 25% XP on every battle for the tanks listed below, listed on this list that I'm looking at right now. So it's not below to you, it's just on the list. So
I'm looking
write it
below.
down, kids. We're gonna post it somewhere else, but write it down otherwise. So February 18th through March the 3rd, you get 50% off on the BT7, A20, T50, and the MT25. And then 30% off on the LTG, LTTB, 5 or T-54, T54, sorry, the LWT, and the T100 LT as well. Got a little
Yeah.
bit dyslexic when I was reading there. Yeah. I think we need to have more pictures for these things. We should always be
Yeah.
showing the pictures on this. So
Yeah, I didn't,
I'll work
and
with
that's on me.
KB and WingedRacer
Apologize.
on these kind of things. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Only because I'm a visual learner, and I'm like, wait, which one's the LTTB again? And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's
But yeah,
yeah.
and don't forget, you do get a 25% XP on every battle when you play in these tanks. So if you're at the LTG, now I'm doing it, and you're like, hey, I do want to get it. I don't know if I'll get, don't forget you do get that boost. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a good way to run around it and go through your tanks and get that extra maybe cycle in some tanks that you don't necessarily play as favorites, because that's what I do. Right? I've got my favorites I love to play, which will, I'm sure, show up on my stats. And but when I see these kind of things, I like, oh yeah, let me dust off those tanks and go play them. And you kind of
Yeah.
remember like how fun some of those were.
Yeah. And I want to mention something, some of you were asking, like, are our in-game reports doing anything? So in the past we used to say how many people, we did sanction. And we heard you. A lot of you asked, can we bring this back? So I'm here to mention. So this week, not last week, this week, we have given away 68 game bans for violations to the game rules. That's from AFK, pushing tanks, offensive language, etc. You report them in game. But we've also permanently banned 63 accounts as well this week. We have one on a final warning, and we had 24 clan name changes, and we have disbanded 4 clans for violating the clan rules for the second time. So with regiments, let's just call it what it is in the future. So with the regiments, we remind you by changing your name, sending an email to your leader, not the person who paid to have the clan made, but the person who is currently running the clan, to tell you if the clan tag or the clan name is offensive. And if it is, you will be renamed, and it has a big capital R, and then it'll have a number behind afterwards. And that will be how you know your clan was reported and action taken. But it is also a final warning, which means that if you do revert your clan name or pick another name that, sounds cool but also breaks the rules, we will then disband your clan. You don't get any more but one warning. So you will then get one warning, and then your clan will be disbanded. Just so you know, like if you come in and go, hey, my clan's not here anymore, why? Ask your clan leader to check his email. And we explained it everything to the clan leader, but just so you know as well. What
Winged
was the
Racer,
reason?
people, JFab was asking, where can you find those clan rules, right? Because so just so you know, you're not going to break them. It's good to know the rules up front. Where
Yeah,
can
the
players find
rules
those
are on the
rules?
clan page on our portal. So when you go to join a clan or create a clan, that is where you will also see the clan rules. Do read them. We do check every day. New clans created, new clan renamed, plus all the reports get sent in via support. What we also see in the game ourselves, reported to you by all of you to us. We do look into all of these as well.
KB, if you're out there, can you actually post a link to those so that players can grab onto that here in the chat?
Yeah. So yeah, these are not new rules. They've always been there. But
Hmm.
definitely,
It's
if you
always good to
don't know
remind
the
people,
rules,
right?
yeah,
Exactly. I know the rules, you could break them without even knowing, right? So let's just
exactly.
make sure that everybody understands it.
Yeah. But another thing that I want to mention, something that's pretty going on, and I'm actually going to. I don't think the wife will let me play the mode tonight because it is Valentine's Day, and I think she definitely wants to go for a meal. But we do have, the Elite Eights going on.
Elite
So
Eights, baby.
yeah, the Elite
I'm having a lot of
Eights.
fun in the Elite Eights. And so are you guys. The engagement in Elite Eights has been really spectacular. Really seeing, so it's great to get that kind of feedback. and seeing where you guys like jumping in and playing. I know that I'm having fun in it. But again, I will also not be playing tonight because it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's really cool. It's 7 versus 7 for those of you who haven't had a go. Elite 8, so yeah, tier 8. Also paired in quite nicely with some of the tanks for silver and the tanks for gold that we had on discount. So yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, it's
Elite Eight's Crazy Eight. So someone was like, "Can we keep it longer?" Well, it's the same thing with a lot of the Vanguard events that we have, like D-Day and Toy Tank Winter Fest. Like, we want to keep them. They're great for like a week, maybe 2 weeks, but but if you keep them longer, then you kind of like you lose the shine on it, right? So we would rather kind of rather have more of them often than keep some of them longer, right? And it's a tuning thing, but that's kind of like the idea moving forward. Also a lot of these are tuned for rewards or for the tracks on things, so the timing of them for the cutoff is also based on that kind of setup.
so yeah, I'm elsewhere. I'm laughing because I was saying the same thing when I looked at it. We call it Elite 8 with 7 stages. We could have gone for the
Yeah,
the 8 stages for the Elite 8. So
yeah,
that's definitely
yeah.
something that my OCD also got triggered by when I saw that. I was like, oh, where's the 8? We could even call it Stage Elite 8. But yeah, it does come with some stages which you will get rewards from Days of Premium, Silver, Camouflage, and the Viper's War Chests. As we mentioned in the past, Viper's War Chests, not in the long haul, but to give more people the ability to earn these chests, we put them into normal rewards throughout the season. So, yeah, get in there and see how many uh, Viper War Chests as well. We saw a few people asking, like, hey, ranked battles, can we get these ranked battles? We hear you. We are still looking into that, but nothing I can say right now. Uh, I saw a question, but I just missed it.
Sorry, I know. I'm
Uh,
sorry if I'm staring at you guys intently. It's because I'm trying to actually read your guys' questions. So I didn't want to miss
Coming
anything.
into quick and fast.
Yeah, which I appreciate. You guys are really excited about it, and so are we. So give us a chance. So Lead Eights was awesome. We need more game modes like this to get people looking to get more competitive, a taste of what it's like. Decent wars and lots of fun. Agreed with you. Thanks for the feedback on that. Right, this is what we're looking for. So if you guys are enjoying these kind of things, then we can build more of them and get into it. And that's the idea overall with the cadence. Like again, I'll with D-Day, you saw a lot of new things that we hadn't had in game before in terms of gameplay style. You saw some of that rolling over and growing in Winterfest, and know that events coming up in the future on the roadmap and beyond are even growing even more to add into those. Some of those are PVE events, some of those are PvP events. Elite Eights is an excellent example of one of those things coming out. So yes, agree with you guys as well on that.
Yeah, I had a few people ask, why can't we still have the long haul? So feedback actually came, and a lot of people were saying that they just couldn't. Some people having difficulties, challenges, playing all the time to get the battles and that. So, it opens up to different people from the casual. Everyone now has a chance to get some of these chests. So that is the reason why. It was player feedback. Uh,
You think we can expect from next week's up and coming WingedRacer?
for
On
the
Tuesday,
I don't know.
is it going to be you and KB again on Tuesday?
Yes, so Tuesday stream will be myself and KB. Don't forget, it is a holiday on Monday.
That's
Uh,
correct.
so yeah, it's gonna be me coming in from a 3-day weekend. But yeah, I will be here for the stream. I'm looking forward to playing some of these tanks and pretty cool. What holiday? Rogue, so it is President's Day
President's
in the
Day.
United States. Uh, So
Doing
yeah.
anything else for Valentine's Day, WingedRacer?
I'm taking the wife out tonight. My mother-in-law is actually here. She came all the way from China to
That's
visit
fantastic.
her daughter and her grandchildren. So we're going to take advantage and go off for a few hours and get a bit of alone time where we can eat without trying to feed two kids at the same time. It's always
Hmm.
great.
So you have
So yeah,
youngins. Yep.
yeah,
Mm.
I have two youngins, 1 6 who can feed himself most of the time, and then 1 1/2 who feeds everyone but himself a lot of the time. Uh, so yeah, that is something we're hoping to do tonight.
Yep. Every year for Valentine's Day, I make my wife a Valentine. Uh, I had the advantage of she was away at work this week, so I actually got to spend a little bit more time building it. So I can put this up by the. I don't know if it's going to show on the camera, on the phone, but I made this for her. Zoom in out a little bit.
Zoom out a bit, yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
pretty cool.
There we go. Yeah, so it's basically kind of a reliquary icon thing. It's sort of taking one of the vinyl monies, but making it look like distressed ivory with gold leaf and an actual sapphire heart.
Pretty cool. That is really,
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah, it's not a
Mr. S.
Hetzer. I know. You would
Yeah,
think she's. I should do a Hetzer with heart camo. That's a really sweet idea.
that's pretty cool. Next year's gift, huh? Next year's gift's already in the plans.
In the plans. Well, yeah, we have an anniversary coming up, so
Yeah. But
that's
no,
pretty
we
cool.
are coming to the end of the stream. So before we do pull the giveaway, if you joined us, do make sure to sign up. You'll get a chance to win one of the two WZ141 or one of the two Valentine's 2 tanks. Each tank does come with a garage slot, as I know some of you may need some. So yeah, do sign up. We will be pulling the winners in about 2 minutes.
Awesome,
Um,
awesome.
yeah. So we have people asking about the vigilante. We are still working on the vigilante, making sure that it is
Yeah,
in the place. Would you like to
I'll
take
speak
that
that a
one?
little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So everything's done and in the box. We are just trying to figure out with legal the right kind of wording to tell you guys about like what changes are made, how we're rolling it out, how we want to present it to you, all of those kind of things. I was actually hoping to be able to do it today, which is why I'm on the show. But we have to wait with it's a big company with big legal things, and we have to make sure that we get all the words right to set it up for you. But I'm very excited that hopefully very, very soon that um, we can roll that out to you guys. Not only what changes we've made, but the date that it'll actually go live. That's all I can say about it right now.
So keep your eyes peeled for one of our future streams. We
Keep
will,
a weather eye.
and yeah, any others? Ooh, we've
Oh,
gone.
I think we've gone black.
Yeah. So, you know the 2 minute warning that you get before you go into a theater and you get that lights going? This is our
That
2 minute
is
warning.
that our 2 minute warning?
Yeah. So yeah, it is for the giveaway.
Yes. All right, are we ready to do the giveaway, or are we waiting for?
So yeah, let's do the giveaway. But first, should we start with both the WZ141s and go to the two Valentine's Day 2, or do we go one of each? How would you like us to do it?
Yeah, let us know, folks.
Valentine's first.
Valentine's
Okay.
first. All right.
So let's
Chocolate before
pull
flowers.
one Valentine's 2 tank first. So let's go. Should we roll the spin the
Spin it. Spin it.
click to spin? I'm going to say yellow.
I'm gonna say
Yep,
red for Valentine's.
red for
Obvious.
Valentine.
Oh, yes. Red for Valentine's. I do not have my
Red.
finger on the spinner. I promise.
Dragos Layer 1, you have become a proud owner of the Valentine's 2 tank.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Congratulations. What's the next one? Should we go Valentine's 2 tank again, or should we go to the WZ141?
WZ. With chocolate comes flowers.
Okay, WZ. So the next one is for the WZ141. Let's spin that wheel.
Some colors. I'm gonna guess green for flowers.
Yellow. I'm gonna go yellow.
Oh, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go to Vegas. I'm gonna go buy a lotto ticket.
B22. You are the proud owner of the WZ141. It will be credited to your account on Tuesday when it goes live. Congratulations. So I think let's go Valentine's 2 tank, the third one. And let's spin that wheel.
I'm not gonna guess a color this time. I've used up all my luck.
I'm gonna go yellow again. And if yellow doesn't come up at once today, I'm not putting the lottery on tonight. Blue. BB Flows, you are a proud owner of the Valentine's 2 tank. Congratulations.
Yay.
And the fourth and final giveaway is for the WZ141. Spin that wheel. Yellow. Let's go yellow. I'm committed.
For the jewelry to go along with the red.
Red.
Headless Guy.
Headless Guy, congratulations. You are also a proud owner of the WZ141 when it goes live on Tuesday. Congratulations to all 4 of you.
Thanks, everyone. And thanks for playing at home at the home game. I want to also thank all of our CCs and CAs that stream along with us and help us out. And you super testers out there. The super tester army is growing.
Yes.
That is the feedback that you can give us directly as we are tuning the tanks. It's super helpful. It's super test helpful. Really do appreciate all of that. And lastly, I want to say that the article for the WZ141 article and trailer are live, so you can go back and find them on all of our awesome, cool websites and other areas that you'll find wargaming, modern armor stuff. So thanks, everybody.
Yes, and as I promised, in the next half hour, we will have that Discord thread up regarding regiments, and we do want to hear all your suggestions, feedback, ideas. So do keep them coming. We will be watching them, and hopefully we'll see some pretty cool suggestions and ideas. So
super.
Thank you
thanks
in
for
advance.
The other. Yes, and thanks everybody for the questions and revolving, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Take care, keep safe, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.
Don't forget to hug your cat.